Good morning, students. Very good morning. Up to now, we discussed the concepts of strings, list manipulation, tuples. Okay. After that, we start today the new lesson, that is chapter 13, dictionaries. So all these strings, list manipulation, tuples and dictionaries all these are collections in Python. So dictionary is a collection. Okay. It is a mutable data type. So dictionary is a mutable data type. What is going to be mutable? Mutable means we can modify or update or change the value in place. That is, we not create if any changes are made in the variable, that is dictionary variable. Okay, we not create a new memory location for that new variable. Okay, so dictionary is a mutable data type, not like strings and tuples. Strings and tuples both two are immutable data types. Why? Because immutables means non-modifiable or unmodifiable, non-modifiable data types. But coming to list manipulation and this dictionaries, both two are modifiable data types. We can change the value of that variables or objects. So dictionaries are objects or collections or containers. They are also called as containers. Why? Because it consists of list of items, group of items with their corresponding keys and values. So a dictionary is an unordered collection of items. It is an unordered collection of items. So here order is not important. Okay, that's why it is calling it as unordered collection of group of items. Okay, next coming to, it is also called as associative arrays. Dictionary is also called as associative arrays. Okay, next also called as mappings, also called as hashes. So dictionary is also called as associative arrays, mappings and hashes. You know very well what is meant by array. It is a group of data items with the same name, that is calling it as array. That's why it is calling it as associative arrays or hashes or mappings. So a dictionary consists of key value pairs, not like that strings, not like that tuples, not like that lists. It is different than remaining objects of Python. Why? Because all these are having only indexes. All these there, according to their indexes, they can access. But in our dictionaries, we can access this dictionary elements or items by using these keys here. So dictionaries consist of key value pairs, each key having corresponding value. Each key having corresponding value. That's why this is calling it as key value pair. It is a group of key value pairs, collection of. Okay. So a key is a collection or object or container. It is a mutable data type. It is an unordered mutable data type. Okay. Next, coming to syntax. So when we create a dictionary, okay, so first we give specify a name of the dictionary or dictionary name. Here this one is dictionary name. Then we create here curly brackets. Okay, so lists are square brackets, lists are square brackets, tuples are rounded brackets. These dictionaries are having the representation with curly brackets. See, starting of the curly bracket, ending of the dictionary. We use starting and ending of the Dictionary with curly brackets, and in these curly brackets having group of key value pairs. See, observe here, key 1, value 1, comma, this one is one element or one item. Okay, next, second key element and the corresponding value. Next, comma, we specify here, comma, next, third key element, the corresponding value. In this way, we specify group of key value pairs. Okay, so all these key value pairs are placed in curly brackets with the assignment symbol. You give one name here, that is name of the dictionary. So we create here one dictionary. Okay, so example here, I create here one dictionary with the example teachers. I create teachers in an institution. Here so many teachers are there. Okay, all the teachers information I provided in a dictionary. Okay, here I specify key value. Key is separated with value with this colon symbol. This one is colon. Is to. In mathematics we are also calling it as is to. Like that here we separate this key value, key with value. In this way we specify all the key values separated with comma. Here I specify one comma. Here I specify one comma. Why? Because this one is one element, this one is one element, this one is last element. So this one is the last element, that's why we not specify here any comma. Okay, see here my clear teachers is equal to here. This one is Dimple. Dimple means name of the teacher. First teacher name Dimple. Here this one is value. She taught computer science. So that's why specify here subject. So these are name of the teachers. These are name of the teachers. These are values are subject they taught. Okay, so here teacher name, first teacher name is Dimple. They taught the subject, the corresponding subject, that is computer science. Like that, comma, then I specify here comma. Second teacher name, Karen. Okay, she taught sociology. So all these are placed in, why? Because these are strings, names. Names are strings. Strings always placed in double quotation. Okay, that's why I specify here double quotes. So Karen, key value here, value here sociology. Like that, the third student, the third teacher name is Harpreet. Okay, Harpreet taught math subject, mathematics subject. So I present here three keys with the corresponding values. These keys and corresponding values are different, separated with colon. So every item can be separated with comma. In this way, we create dictionaries. Okay, in our Python collections. So when it compares to previous collections, that is strings, lists, and tuples, this one is somewhat different than remaining three. Why? Because they are not having any pairs. Lists, strings, and tuples are not having any pairs. But this can have pairs. So all these lists, tuples, and strings are having indexes. So we can access, we can traverse by using that index. We can access and traversing all these elements of lists, strings, and tuples. But here in this case, okay, dictionary elements are not having any indexes. We will not access all these elements not by using index. We access by using only keys. These are keys. These are values. Okay, all these are having keys. All these are having values, corresponding values. Each key having only one value. Here observe. Each key having only one value. Okay, so so in these dictionaries, all these keys and values are not indexed. Okay, all these are not having any unordered. Here is an arrangement. The order of the arrangement is not important. Why? Because they are not accessed according to index. They access based on keys. We specify the key. We specify with this teachers of key, teachers of dimple. Then we display the output is computer science or computers. So teachers of Karen, it displays sociology. Teachers of Harpreet, it display maths. So here we can access by using this key the corresponding values. Understood my point? So teachers of, I access teachers of. So we can access elements like lists, strings, tuples by using this array symbol. Okay, index symbol. Arrays we specify here index in the remaining cases, but in this case we specify here dimple. For example, I write here dimple key. Okay, that is equal to it display. So teachers of dimple, for example, I write this code in interactive mode. Teachers of dimple, it displays the output. That is output here. It prints the teachers of dimple value. Here the value is computers or computer science. Understood my point? Next one. I access. Okay, next one. So teachers of second one Karen. Okay, right here Karen. So it displays output the corresponding element of the, here it acts as an index. Karen acting as an index. We not access 0, 1, 2, 3 indexes like that in lists, strings and tuples. Okay, that is somewhat different than other collections. Okay, next, coming to here it displays Karen. The corresponding value is sociology. This one is the output. In this way, we can access the elements of this dictionary by using these keys. So when we access keys with the name, that it displays the corresponding values. Okay, so in this way we can access the elements of dictionaries. To create an empty dictionary, okay, so I write here dictionary 1 without specifying any values, without specifying any key pair values. So this one is an empty, this one is empty dictionary. So like that in our English dictionary, like that in our real-time English dictionaries having words and their corresponding meaning. Like that here also. They are having keys and the corresponding values. Here keys are acting as words in English dictionary. Here the values are acting as meaning corresponding word in that dictionary. So like that we create a collection of key value pairs like that in real time English dictionary. Next, coming to, so I create here one empty dictionary. Here I not specify any key value pairs. That's why I create here one empty dictionary. So this one is not having any key value pairs. Next, one more important one. See, I create already dimple with here output is computers. Karen, sociology. Harpreet, mathematics. That one is one dictionary. In that, so the dictionaries are mutable. Here, the important point is here the dictionaries are mutable, but the keys that are consists of the dictionary are not having mutables. Understood my point? So the dictionaries are mutable, but the keys that are contained in the dictionary are having immutable in Python, like strings. So we specify the keys acts as a immutable. That is like strings, tuples, like that only. Okay, understood my point? So to observe that immutability of keys through an example. Dictionaries are mutable data types, but dictionaries having keys and value, corresponding value pairs. But internally, the keys are not having mutable. Actually, dictionaries are mutable, but internally, the corresponding keys that are contained in the dictionary not having any mutable data types. So keys are having immutable data types. That is, I create here through example. Okay, so I create here keys of a dictionary must be of immutable types. So the values of keys must and should we specify as a immutable data types. What are the immutable data types? All the basic data types, that is numbers, integers, floating point, characters, all these strings, these are all immutable data type except tuples and lists. Except tuples and lists. Remaining all are immutable data types. So strings and tuples, these are immutable data types except lists and dictionaries. Remaining all these are immutable data type. That's why we specify keys only in either strings or tuples or any basic data types, that is integer, float, character, strings, all these are valid except lists and dictionaries. Thank you students. Next class we will discuss the remaining basic concepts of dictionaries. Thank you students.